A Chronic Illness Guide. Chapter 1. When it gets serious. How to face a serious illness. Your genetics and other factors are out of your hands, but you can control your health to some extent. If you don't take care of it now, someday you'll have to, because you'll get seriously ill from all those years of neglect. Everybody wants peace regardless of whether you're healthy, facing a serious illness, or know you're about to die. We have to deal with the reality of the hand we're dealt, make peace with it, and do whatever it is we have to do to maximize the full use of our lives. The most important way, in my opinion, to take care of your health is to sweat out the toxins. I do it through physical activities. I think that's the most underrated cause of all illness, taking in toxins through food, drink, and the way we breathe, and not flushing them out. Anybody who suddenly gets news of either a serious illness or gets a serious injury through an accident experiences the same things regardless of what this condition might be. First, it's shock, denial, anger, and depression. This could either go to thoughts of suicide or acceptance of the condition and an attempt to make the best of it. The best cure for anything is prevention, but now it's too late for that. Most people live their lives oblivious to the medical profession and oblivious to the general principles of healthy living until something drastic hits them. Then all of a sudden their lives are enveloped by it, and that's it. Think of the spinal cord injury patient, the guy who gets Parkinson's disease, the 32-year-old girl who gets breast cancer, all cases I pulled off the top of my head based on things that happened to celebrities which were sensationalized in the media, but the truth is that these things happen to people all the time in your neck of the woods. So despite the tragedy, it's a relatively common occurrence. Not that I want to minimize it, but people generally live in a fog, and when something medical hits that leaves their lives turned around, they often don't have a clue on how to proceed. They think the doctor will take care of them, but he's only one guy who sandwiches them in amongst 30 or so other patients. He's not a god. Educate yourself about what's ailing you. The best course of action for your medical care is first to find the right doctor. Once you're diagnosed for anything, do some research on your own at the library to find out what the alternative treatments are. Try the internet and medical libraries. Take charge of the illness. Don't let it defeat you. Education is everything. Check out every clinical trials and experimental drug websites to see if you can get on as a patient. Second opinions for a serious condition are always advisable, since some doctors are biased towards their specialty and may recommend the higher-priced treatments. If you go to a guy who was educated as a surgeon, guess what he likes to do, even if there are other less invasive treatments available? When choosing a doctor, you're most likely to go with a general practitioner who specializes in family health. Then he can refer you to a specialist if need be. A good idea is to find a person or support group who has the illness and ask them for advice. Try to find a professional in the field who will be your friend and mentor. You might find such people on the internet. Try to befriend them. Go outside of your one local hospital and doctor to find your own sources of info. As a medical researcher in my own right, after going through hundreds of medical books and journals, I've come to the conclusion that there is no one clearinghouse. There's too much quantity, plus it's always changing. It is possible that they're doing something fascinating about diabetes in an obscure lab in Australia, and most of the doctors in the world don't know about it. Next, you must see the illness for what it is. Don't live in denial and make the necessary changes, no matter how drastic. If you have some money and can afford to quit your job to relax more, do it. Take up gardening and walking. Start eating right, mend your personal relationships, etc. See the illness as a gift that will propel you to change for the better. Above all else, accept yourself. Fight it, but don't get stressed out. Be peaceful at the same time. That's the trick, peace. If someone close to you has a major illness, your only choice is to accept it and do the best you can. First, deal with your anger and hurt, then be supportive. That's your only real function, to help this loved one get through it all. Your support and encouragement has a lot to do with how the afflicted one will respond and ultimately choose whether to recover or not. A large part of medicine is holistic, in the mind, that's the headquarters, ground control. You must be positive all the time to fight off the negative forces within, both in a physical and spiritual manner. You can help by educating yourself, offering possibly new information, but mostly just being a friend at a time of need. You can help take care of the details, the paperwork, the mundane stuff. Ask that the afflicted one review her will and last testament just in case. Ask about insurance and other practical, relevant questions. Doctors are often too busy with their practices to keep up with the latest developments in medical research. You can start your search simply by going to the library and taking a look at a medical reference book regarding your condition. Doctors researching particular illnesses are independent, working at their own labs, often unaware of each other, so it's up to you to find this information yourself and put it together in your own way if you've been diagnosed with a serious malady. Check out the holistic measures, but beware that the field is full of quacks who act like they have some magical potion. From a psychological spiritual point of view, make peace with your God and the people in your life, even if you plan to live for a long time with this condition, such as a spinal cord patient. Spend time with the people you love. Have all your paperwork in order should something happen to you. The most important things are to make peace with your God, make peace with your family, and take care of your money affairs. Take care of these things now so your family won't be stuck with the burden, such as funeral arrangements. Write out your obituary. Forgive yourself, forgive those who have wronged you in order that they don't go on feeling guilty. Right old wrongs, do what you have to do, like if you want to visit your hometown which you moved away from years ago, do it now. In essence, see who you feel you must and do what you feel you must so you can live out the rest of your life in peace. Make up a will. Find the information in either my money book or at number 332 and number 346 at the library. Plan for an uncertain future. Don't live in denial about anything. Keep living your life. You might snap at the people who love you the most. Don't let them sugarcoat everything with you, but at the same time, don't be too cynical with them. It's like a character in a novel I read. Everybody knew he was dying, including him, but no one was real enough to admit it and talk to him about it. They all talked about him getting well when they all knew he never would. Don't live in denial. Be honest with yourself. Accept this new limited version of yourself, which is what all older people have to do anyway. Suffering is meant to lead to wisdom, as Buddhist philosophy preaches. Be open to whatever happens to you as a gift in disguise, a lesson to be learned in life. Anthony Perkins, the actor who got AIDS, said, "I believe it was sent to teach people how to love and understand and have compassion for each other. I have learned more about love, selflessness, and human understanding from the people I have met in this great adventure in the world of AIDS than I ever did in the cutthroat, competitive world in which I spent my life." Take care of yourself as best as you can. Your looks will go. Use that energy to be a better person rather than focusing on your looks like you used to. Don't be too proud to ask for help if you need it. Join a support group to find people like you. Find a good doctor who will talk to you about your case. If you're in pain, tell him so he can get you on good pain control. Don't be shy. That's his job. Keep living your life. If you live at home as opposed to a nursing home or hospice, get a pet. Don't focus on death, how much time you have left, focus on life. Get the help you need. Hire a caregiver if you need one. If you're very ill, you might have to move to a long-term care or nursing home for a while or permanently. Your local office of aging, even if you're young, and the elder care locator, 800-677-1116, eldercare.com, can help you. Most people have had several people close to them get serious illnesses, AIDS, breast cancer, heart attack, stroke, and accidents, car accidents, diving accident, then, all of a sudden, their lives changed forever. A few make it, some don't. Your whole outlook on the frivolity of youth changes after you get breast cancer at 32, even if you're eventually cured of it. You realize how flimsy life is, how many people in your community are going through the same things, and how much further medical research has to go. Currently, I'm tied up with my books on how to get this information out into mainstream society, but somebody should start a support organization that can unite all people afflicted with any general medical condition for weekly support meetings, just like Alcoholics Anonymous does, and call it something like Afflictions Anonymous or People Afflicted with Medical Conditions /PAMC. The small support groups people go to for their particular illnesses are fine, but people need inspiration and strength from large numbers, so that would be a good vision fulfilled, to unite large groups of people with all manner of afflictions, ranging from a spinal cord patient in a wheelchair to the young girl with breast cancer to the old guy with a stroke. This would be an incredible source of regular spiritual support, political strength, education, a money-raising organization, and even a place where such people could meet new friends and lovers. There is a movie called Wit from 2001 about a woman's ordeal with cancer, played by Emma Thompson, produced by HBO Films. It went through the death process, covering the loss of self, the loss of dignity, the loss of bodily functions. The reason I liked it is because it reminded me of a documentary I saw about the death process. It's not sudden and fast. It's slow, one organ shutting down at a time. Books on how to deal with whatever your particular illness might be are in the medical section of the library, number 610-619, which are quite good for general information. Books about critical illness and the psychology of illness are at number 616.0019 or R726.8 at the library. Go to the social services section at the library, number 362, namely number 362.1 and number 362.4, disabilities, which will have books that will actually deal with the psychological, spiritual and nuts and bolts aspects on how to live with a serious medical problem. Books about how to deal with specific illnesses are at number 362.100-200 or RC260-RC523 at the library. The death and terminally section is number 362.175 or R726, where I found very helpful information about how to deal with serious medical conditions. Devastating diagnosis websites: Aftershockbook.com, JesseGrumman.com, a practical guide to help you deal with a devastating diagnosis. Healthyresources.com/copd/courage/devastation.html. Impact of a breast cancer diagnosis.htm. Serious illness websites / life-threatening illness websites. aarp.org/yourhealth/articles/online_cope_with_cope_serious_illness.html. patientadvocate.org/help.php $P=179, how to cope with a family illness. wrongdiagnosis.com/medical/incurable.htm. dyingtogetwell.com. artofgettingwell.com. believeandmanifest.info/healinglife. centeringprayer.com. chronicallyhappy.com, joyful living in spite of chronic illness. chronicbabe.com, support and humor from Jenny Procopi. chronicillnet.org. healingloss.com. healingmusic.org. healproject.org. healthcomm.com. heal-the-soul.com. Academy for Guided Imagery. 800-726-2070. interactiveimagery.com. academyforguidedimagery.com. Americans for Better Care of the Dying. 2175 St. N.W. Number 820. Washington, D.C. 20037. Fax, 202-467-2271. CICD@gwu.edu. abcd-caring.com. Children and Serious Illness websites. aacp.org/cs/root/fax_for_child_with_long-term_illness. growthhouse.org/childgrv.html, helping children with grief. Cancer survivor info. Books about cancer survivorship are at number 362.1 at the library. There are some blogs and free videos on the internet about people talking about their cancer stories. She's a cancersurvivor.com. resource4mesotheliomas urvverstories.html, 800 518 5103. mesothelioma-hope/survivor-1.html. acscsn.org, the Cancer Survivors Network. breast-cancer-survivors.com. breastcancersurvivors.com. cancersurvivorbook.com. cancersurvivors.org. cancersurvivorsnetwork.org. cancersurvivorsproject.org. cancervive.org, 800-4 candlelighters.ca, 800-363-1062, Parents and Cancer Survivors. cansearch.org, 888-650-9127, 877-622-7937, Cancer Survivor Network. cancervive.org, 888-YES-NCCS, Cancer Survivorship. Cancer Survivor Organizations. Asian and Pacific Islander National. Cancer Survivors Network. 942 Market St. Number 200. SF California 94102. 415-954-9988. SmashingAwa@juno.com. apiahf.org/cancer. Breast Cancer Survivor Network. 888-422-4630. bcsn.org. expeditioninspiration.org. 208-726-6456. Retreat for Cancer Survivors. National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship. 1010 Wayne Avenue. Number 300. Silver Spring, Maryland 20910. 888-YES-NCCS. 877-622-7937. 301-650-8868. Fax, 301-565-9670. info@cansearch.org. cansearch.org. Information and emotional support. Thyroid Cancer Survivors Association /ThyCA. POG 1545. NYC 10159 to 1545. 877-588-7904. Fax, 630-604-6078. ThyCA@thyca.org. ThyCA.org. Terminal illness survivor websites. Cancer is a huge lesson in letting go and getting clear about your true priorities. People who survive serious diseases usually have a new lease on life. They are prone to take care of themselves better than before. Get some inspiration and tips from them. BeatTheMedicalOdds.com, Beat the Medical Odds, Beat the Medical Odds. BurnSurvivor.com. CancerGuide.org/attitude.html. FitanBeatBreastCancer.info. HealingCancerNaturally.com. HeartDiseaseSurvivors.com. MCSurvivors.com, Chronic Fatigue. TodayAbundance.com/Christian-what-you-survive-only-makes-you-stronger. WIIT.com, Treatment Program for Female Trauma Survivors. Terminal Illness Organizations. Burn Survivors Association. Ross Tilley Burn Center. Wellesley Hospital. 160 Wellesley St. East. Toronto, on M4Y1J3. 416-791-0545. 416-926-7021, Infoline. Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. 11 Rust Hill Road. Levittown, Pennsylvania 19056. 215-946-2876. 800-888-2876. info@phoenix-society.org. PHOENIX-SOCIETY.org. Retreats/healing/support. The following are places that offer tours/retreats/healing and/or support for people recovering from major medical diseases, usually cancer, some for profit, some non-profit. Most of the retreats listed here are residential. You go there and stay overnight for a certain amount of time. There are a variety of mind-body meditation, holistic, healing, stress reduction type courses offered in any modern city. Check with your local hospitals, the YMCA, and look under Holistic and Alternative Medicine in the yellow pages of your local phone book. Refer to number 613.22 or RA 805 at the library. amicora.com/Tingshakama Cancer Retreat, California. artofdove.com. Kalanish.org, Retreat, British Columbia, Canada. campdream.org. cancercare.org, 800-813-HOPE. cancerhopenetwork.org, 877-HOPENET. cancervive.org, 800-4-TAKUR. centerhealing.org. commonweal.org, 415-868-0970, Cancer Help, Cancer Retreat, Bolinas, CA. expeditioninspiration.org. harmonyhill.org, harmonyh@halcyon.com, 360-898-2363, several retreats. healingcenter.org. healingjourneys.com, 800-423-9882. healingodyssey.org. medical recovery facilities/recovery retreat/post-surgery care. People who get cosmetic surgery, any kind of medical surgery or treatment, or have a serious illness sometimes recover at a place where they can get some medical care and peace of mind away from home. Oftentimes, cosmetic surgery spas supply a recovery facility to the patient if they want it. Some of these places are for profit, some are non-profit. In this book, try the health spas section for the for-profit recovery centers, and the retreats for the non-profit ones. Most recovery facilities are for substance abuse. I couldn't find very many places specifically for medical recovery. Check with your state health department medical facilities licensing branch. There are a number of Christian medical recovery facilities out there. medical-guide.org, find the best recovery facilities. medical-spas.com. recoveryretreat.com. survivalblog.com/retreat_groups. naturalhealthweb.com/topics/subtopics/retreats_retreat_centers.html. campalin.org, Texas. retreatfinder.com. ebtnewlife.org, Los Angeles, Medical and Substance Abuse Recovery Center. artofdove.com. kalanish.org. campdream.org. centerhealing.org. expeditioninspiration.org. givingvoice.org. harmonyhill.org. healingodyssey.org. strokesos.com/links8.html. recoveryretreat.com, BNB post-operative care for outpatient cosmetic surgery patients. cheticaranch.com, Costa Rica Medical Surgical Recovery Retreat Center, San Jose, Costa Rica. paradisecosmeticin.com. edenia.com/medical/new-u.htm, recovery retreat in Costa Rica. costarica-surgeons.com/retreats.html, medical/surgical recovery retreats in Costa Rica. surgery-retreat.com, surgical retreat offering medical recovery care to patients of cosmetic, dental or eye surgery. Recovery retreats in Costa Rica.com. lvs.com.au, Health Retreat Queensland. postoprecoveryplace.com, San Francisco Post-OP Recovery Place. surgery-retreat.com. cosmeticdentistrycr.com/places-to-stay.htm. ChetICARounch.com, Costa Rica. RecoveryRetreat.com. YogaofRecovery.com. BrookhavenRetreat.com. VillaBelen.com, Plastic Surgery Costa Rica, Recovery Center. VillaPielinetUD.com, Post-Surgery, Recovery Retreat and Spa, affiliated with the Baylor University Medical Center of Dallas, Texas. CastingForRecovery.org. 888-553-3500. CFR program at AOL.com. CampGoodDays.org. 800-624-2135. Voyageur Outward Bound. 800-321 Hike. 800-328-2943. Chapter 2. Day-to-day life with a life-changing illness. Chronic diseases/chronic illness. A chronic illness or disease is a medical condition that theoretically can't be cured, so you're stuck with managing it over a lifetime. The best thing of all is to prevent it with healthy living. Some chronic illnesses are AIDS, cancer, diabetes, Persian Gulf War syndrome, autoimmune diseases, chronic fatigue syndrome, heart disease, and neurological diseases like MS and epilepsy. ChronicDisease.org, National Association of Chronic Disease Directors. Thrive, survive, fight to heal yourself. There was a guy on some PBS show. The doctor told him he had terminal cancer. Instead of fighting it, they showed him going to the local bar drinking and smoking. Even in this enlightened age, people still think what the doctor says is inevitable or that nothing is reversible. Once you have some illness, they give up. I have old close relatives. I can't force these loved ones to go outside or exercise. They don't want to. I feel bad, then I say to myself that I can't control other people even when they're hurting me. Attitude is the number one thing that separates people who thrive, survive, and heal themselves from people who die quickly when they get some kind of serious illness. There is a certain amount of hope and a certain amount of inevitability. Try to live an inspired life every day, no matter what. You achieve that by doing something that comes from your true nature, as I've talked about in my book A Free Spirit's Search for Enlightenment. Everybody dies. I already made peace with my death. It's no big deal. I'm on borrowed time. I escaped death already by living through bad accidents. Until then I will cherish life, but when my time comes, I won't cry. I will do it with nobility. Oxygen is the key to life. Be physically and mentally active to get oxygen to the brain and through the body. Run, 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 baby. What is life? What is a great life? Keep running, baby. That's what I do. I jog when I'm injured all the time through storms and rain, and I laugh because I'm the champion of my life. I never wimp out of not releasing my natural inspired energy, so when I die, I'll die knowing I honored who I was born to be. Sometimes when I'm walking my dog, I see an old guy and girl walking down the street, each using a rocker. That's gutsy. Most people in their condition sit on their ass all day long. No wonder you're depressed. Watch all those drugs they give you. I believe most drugs are toxic to the body even if they say they're good for you. Why use a drug to lower blood pressure? Just do regular physical activity. Learn about the conventional medical establishment to get the best care possible while cutting medical costs. Get a patient advocate if you feel you are being ripped off on your medical bills. Tell your loved ones and business colleagues that you're sick and tell them what to expect from you. Enjoy life. Find things to do to make you feel good and laugh. Take up dancing and listening to your favorite music alone with nobody to make you feel self-conscious. No matter what, never surrender. Fight, fight, fight for your life. Take care of practical things. Make arrangements for food, transportation, and paying your bills. Finish off the paperwork that says what happens to your assets when you die. Just when you're feeling really bad, something else happens. When you go through hardship and tragedy over and over again, you might develop an attitude like I did. Nothing surprises me. If I wake up, that's a good day. I keep moving and laughing to myself. My life is worth it to me because I love myself. In Paul's letters to the Corinthians in the Bible, Paul defines love as loving others like you love yourself. People try to make it seem shameful if you love yourself. It's the most natural thing to do. I cherish myself. I will try to live a great life because I love myself. That's my motive. It's natural, not selfish. God created me to release my natural energy as fully as I can. I will honor Him by doing it to the best of my ability for as long as I can. Follow your instincts. Stay positive. Never give up to the Grim Reaper. Let him get you on his own. Have a plan on how to be inspired every day by doing inspired activities. Don't listen to negative people. Take care of your appearance even if you spend most of your time alone. It helps with self-respect. Go on the internet and to the library to get both useful and intellectually stimulating material. If you believe in God, worship Him. Get second and third opinions. Try holistic medicine. If you can't get a ride somewhere, take a bus, a cab, or walk. You live one day at a time. Burn up energy every day. It stimulates you. Every day is a great day. I will not be deprived from living a great life. Try to relax and minimize stress. Don't try to control everything. Let go of some things, like if it's really hard to keep working, don't do it. Expect a hospital stay to be a drag. Be cool while you're there. No matter what some doctor says that's negative, don't accept it. Fight to heal yourself. Live as comfortably as you can. Get a pet. Take him for walks. Respect medical professionals. They have it hard too, dealing with sick people all the time. Help others if possible. It keeps you from feeling sorry for yourself. Access community services to help you, like transportation for disabled people, Meals on Wheels, home care, free physiotherapy, etc. Be thankful for where you live as opposed to living in some rural village in a third world country. Chronic illness websites. A chronic illness is something that will result in death, like cancer, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, etc. A long-term illness is an illness that's a nuisance but won't kill you, like arthritis, osteoporosis, etc. chronic-illness.org, could be an abandoned website. cdc.gov/cdp/, chronic disease prevention databases, information on chronic diseases from the CDC. chroniccare.org, chronic disease management programs. chronicdisease.org. chronicdisease.org/resources_for_healthcare_consu.html. chronidillness.ca. chronicillnet.org. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/chronic_disease. chronidillness.org.au. chronidillnessbooks.com. chronidillnesssupport.wordpress.com. chronidillnessworkbook.com. DineT.org, coping with chronic illness. Telling your children you have a serious disease. CentennialMedCTR.com, how to tell your children that you have breast cancer, how to help children. Health.articles-archive.net/mesothelioma-cancer-what-to-tell-children.html. thebeastmatrix.com/healthcare-medicine/article74.htm, what to tell children. womens-childrens.com, how to tell your children that you have breast cancer. Chapter 3. A Chronic Pain Guide. Chronic Pain Info. He has seen but half the universe who has not been shown the house of pain. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Pain has an element of blank. It cannot recollect when it begun, if there were a time when it was not. It has no future but itself. Its infinite realms contain its past enlightened to perceive new periods of pain. Emily Dickinson. Acute pain is serious pain right here and now. Chronic pain is lingering pain that could come and go or be there all the time for the rest of a person's life. Chronic pain was originally defined as pain that has lasted at least 6 months, but now it is defined as any pain that lasts longer than it normally should. Chronic pain can affect your whole life, your sense of identity and social life. Many people say they become loners because they're always in pain. Where people don't want to deal with it. Your whole life is affected by chronic pain, the physical, emotional, medical, and spiritual. Many people go outside the bounds of conventional medicine to look for solutions to their pain, and some of them work. Chronic pain is an invisible epidemic. Millions have it but stay quiet about it. People don't want to tell their doctor because if he can't find a definite reason, they think that he thinks they're nuts. Relatives and friends get tired of someone always complaining that they can't do anything because of pain. The problem with pain is that you never really get used to it. A patient called chronic pain a long, slow death. Chronic pain could happen to anyone. All it takes is one accident or one injury. Some people say that the usual pleasurable things relieve their pain for a while, like drugs, alcohol, sex, music, nature, love, getting absorbed in an inspirational activity, etc. If you took 100 conventional pain experts and asked them a bunch of questions about what is good or bad, they would all contradict each other. Some say exercise is good, some say no. Some say use hot packs, some say use ice, etc. You have to decide on how much conventional medical you'll take because a lot of it has bad side effects. Science can only go so far. It cannot solve chronic pain yet. People say the best way to deal with chronic pain is to form or join a support group. Beware of fraudsters offering snake oil as a pain relief product. Chronic pain of the body which cannot easily be explained as injuries or infection could be a signal of chronic water shortage. Many people write stories about their chronic pain. People in chronic pain want the right to die, which is why you should check out Right to Die organizations if you are interested. Try number 616.0472 or RB127 at the library. Chronic pain support groups. allaboutlife-challenges.org/chronic-pain-support-groups-faq.htm. CanadianPainSociety.ca. CHRONIC-pain-support-groups.meetup.com. dailystrength.org/c/chronic-pain/support-group. facebook.com/pages/chronic-pain-support-group/14135797502. painconnection.org. theacpa.org, American Chronic Pain Association. groups.yahoo.com/group/chronic_pain. beyondchronicpain.com/site/resources/support-groups.php. groups.yahoo.com/group/interstitial cystitis chronic pain. CHRONIC-pain-support.meetup.com. mdjunction.com/chronic-pain. chronicpaincanada.com, Chronic Pain Association of Canada. helppain.net. meetup.com/chronic-pain-illness-disabilities upport group. ability.org.uk/support_groups_chronic_pain.html. theacpa.org. imedics.com/chronic_pain. ncps-cpr.net, National Chronic Pain Society. pain-connection.org. painconnection.org/support. CHRONIC-pain-support-groups.meetup.com. CHRONIC-pain.supportgroups.com. theacpa.org/33/supportgroups.aspx. painworld.zip.com.au, Pain Forum. healthcentral.com/chronic-pain/support-groups.html. chronicpain.meetup.com. restministries.org, Rest Ministries Chronic Illness Pain Support through Hope Keepers. painfoundation.org. Chapter 4. A Chronic Illness Website Guide from feedspot.com. A list of chronic illness websites at blog.feedspot.com/chronic_illness_blogs. A30minutelife.com. aboundinginhopewithlyme.com. achronicvoice.com. arthritisbroadcastnetwork.org/topic/en/news. backpainbloguk.com. bladder-help.com. blogmortothistory.com. bloomingmindfulness.co.uk. brainlessblogger.net. brainsandbodiesblog.com. calebscookingcompany.com/blog. careclinic.io/blog. caringvoice.org/blog. chronicallycontent.com. chronidillnessbloggers.com/blog. chronidillnessdramastudies.com/blog. chronicmigrainelly.blogspot.com. chronicmom.com. chronicmomlife.com. cicoach.com/blog. crazychroniclife.wordpress.com. damselinedress.ca. despitelupus.blogspot.com. dysautonomiasupport.org/blog. februarystars.co.uk. fightingparkinsonsdrugfree.com/blog. findingmymiracle.com. girlwithhms.com. healthrising.org. healthskills.wordpress.com. heartophagiant.blog. hidareware.com/blog. inflamed-and-untamed.com. infusionexpress.com/blog. justgotdiagnosed.com. laughingwhileyou'recrying.wordpress.com. laurachamberlain.co.uk. lifeafternf.blogspot.com. lightscameracrones.com/blog. livewithcfs.blogspot.com. livingwithm.blog. livingwithhss.com/dir/articles. lucanferthelite.blog. lupushik.com/lupus-and-autoimmune-blog. mechfsselfhelpguru.com/blog. michelistertz.com/the-awareness-practice-body-scan. mindfullyev.com. movingtowardsbetter.ca. mshealthblog.com. mymigrainelife.net. painpalsblog.wordpress.com. painresource.com. pamelajessen.com. peskypelvis.com. picnicwithants.com. positivelyrachel.com. readbetweenthelime.com. readyt.com/r/chronidillness. risingabovera.com/blog. sciencedaily.com/news/health_medicine/chronic_illness. seekingzeinidandharmony.com. shirize.blogspot.com. sicklyconfidential.com. skillfullywell.com. smilesandsundays.com. sunshineandspoons.com/index.html. The Adventure Arthritis Fibromyalgia.wordpress.com. TheBrokenTraveler.com. TheChronicallyUnimaginable.blog. TheChronicTraveler.com. The CUReferChronicPain.com/community. TheDisabledDivaBlog.com. TheHealthSessions.com/blog. TheMigraineDiva.com. uRevolution.com. VitasLittleJourney.wordpress.com. A list of chronic illness news feeds at blog.feedspot.com/chronic_illness_RSS_feeds. A30minutelife.com. A30minutelife.com/feed. aboundinginhopewithlyme.com. aboundinginhopewithlyme.com/feed. achronicvoice.com/feed. achronicvoice.com. arthritisbroadcastnetwork.org/topic/en/news. arthritisbroadcastnetwork.org/topic/en/news/feed. backpainbloguk.com. backpainbloguk.com/feed. bladder-help.com/feed. bladder-help.com. blogmortauthhistory.com. blogmortauthhistory.com/feed. bloomingmindfulness.co.uk/feed. bloomingmindfulness.co.uk. brainlessblogger.net/feed. brainlessblogger.net. brainsandbodiesblog.com. brainsandbodiesblog.com/feed. calebscookingcompany.com/feed. calebscookingcompany.com/blog. careclinic.io/blog. careclinic.io/feed. caringvoice.org/blog/feed. caringvoice.org/blog. chronicallycontent.com. chronicallycontent.com/feed. chronidillnessbloggers.com/blog. chronidillnessbloggers.com/blog/feed. chronidillnessdramastudies.com/blog/feed. chronidillnessdramastudies.com/blog. chronicmigrainelly.blogspot.com/feeds/posts/default?alt=alt=RSS. chronicmigrainelly.blogspot.com. chronicmom.com/feed. chronicmom.com. chronicmomlife.com. chronicmomlife.com/feed. cicoach.com/blog/feed. cicoach.com/blog. crazychroniclife.wordpress.com/feed. crazychroniclife.wordpress.com. damselineaddress.ca. damselineaddress.ca/?feed=RSS2. despite lupus.blogspot.com/feeds/posts/default?alt=RSS. despite lupus.blogspot.com. dysautonomiasupport.org/feed.xml. dysautonomiasupport.org/blog. februarystars.co.uk/feed. februarystars.co.uk. feeds.feedburner.com/themigrainediva. fightingparkinsonsdrugfree.com/blog/feed. fightingparkinsonsdrugfree.com/blog. findingmymiracle.com/feed. findingmymiracle.com. girlwithhms.com/feeds/posts/default. girlwithhms.com. healthrising.org. healthrising.org/feed. healthskills.wordpress.com/feed. healthskills.wordpress.com. heartophagiant.blog/feed. heartophagiant.blog. hidareware.com/blog. hidareware.com/feed. inflamed-and-untamed.com. inflamed-and-untamed.com/RSS. infusionexpress.com/blog/feed. infusionexpress.com/blog. justgotdiagnosed.com. justgotdiagnosed.com/feed. laughingwhileyou'recrying.wordpress.com/feed. laughingwhileyou'recrying.wordpress.com. lifafternf.blogspot.com/feeds/posts/default?alt=RSS. lifafternf.blogspot.com. lightscameracrones.com/blog. lightscameracrones.com/feed. livewithcfs.blogspot.com. livewithcfs.blogspot.com/feeds/posts/default?alt=RSS. livingwithm.blog/feed/ x=1. livingwithm.blog. livingwithhss.com/dir/articles/feed. livingwithhss.com/dir/articles. lucanferthelite.blog/feed. lucanferthelite.blog. lupushik.com/feed. lupushik.com/lupus-and-autoimmune-blog. mechfsselfhelpguru.com/blog. mechfsselfhelpguru.com/blog/feed. michelistertz.com/the-awareness-practice-body-scan. michelistertz.com/the-awareness-practice-body-scan/feed. mindfullyev.com/feed. mindfullyev.com. movingtowardsbetter.ca/feed. movingtowardsbetter.ca. mshealthblog.com. mshealthblog.com/feed. mymigrainelife.net/feed. mymigrainelife.net. painpalsblog.wordpress.com/feed. painpalsblog.wordpress.com. painresource.com. painresource.com/feed. pamelajessen.com/feed. pamelajessen.com. peskypelvis.com/feed. peskypelvis.com. picnicwithants.com. picnicwithants.com/feed. positivelyrachel.com/feed. positivelyrachel.com. readbetweenthelime.com/feed. readbetweenthelime.com. reddit.com/r/chronic illness/.rss, format equals XML. reddit.com/r/chronidillness. risingabovera.com/feed. risingabovera.com/blog. seekingzerenidianharmony.com. sciencedaily.com/rss/health_medicine/chronic_illness.xml. sciencedaily.com/news/health_medicine/chronic_illness. seekingzerenidianharmony.com. shirize.blogs/feeds/posts/default?alt=sign RSS. shirize.blogspot.com. sicklyconfidential.com. sicklyconfidential.com/feed. skillfullywell.com. skillfullywell.com/feed. smilesandsundays.com. smilesandsundays.com/feed. sunshineandspoons.com/index.html. sunshineandspoons.com/feeds/posts/default?alt=sign RSS. The Adventure Fibromyalgia.wordpress.com. The Adventure Fibromyalgia.wordpress.com/feed. thebrokentraveler.com. thebrokentraveler.com/feed. thechronicallyunimaginable.blog/feed. thechronicallyunimaginable.blog. thechronictraveler.com/feed. thechronictraveler.com. thecurechronicpain.com/community. thecurechronicpain.com/community ?format =RSS. thedisableddivablog.com/feed. thedisableddivablog.com. thehealthsessions.com/blog. thehealthsessions.com/blog/feed. themigrainediva.com. urevolution.com. urevolution.com/feed. vidaslittle-journey.wordpress.com. vidaslittle-journey.wordpress.com/feed. A list of chronic fatigue syndrome podcasts at blog.feedspot.com/cfs_podcasts. alabutme.libzn.com. blog.feedspot.com/cfs_blogs. buzzsprout.com/1722265. soundcloud.com/user-235032120. spooniradio.libzn.com. theoptimumhealthclinic.libzn.com/website. A list of chronic illness podcasts at blog.feedspot.com/chronic_illness_podcasts. anchor.fm/charlie-hein. anchor.fm/gina-welds-hultz. anchor.fm/samantha-boick. buzzsprout.com/169206. chronicallyhealing.libzn.com. karinanijaja.com/the-podcast. downtomelastSpoon.com/index.php/category/podcast. invisiblenotbroken.com/home-chronic-illness-podcast. laurenselfridge.com/listen. sofaNTAStic.org/podcast. soundcloud.com/user-426305028. soundcloud.com/user-235033120. uninvisiblepod.com. noendinsight.co. emotionalautoimmunity.com/category/podcast. A list of chronic illness YouTube channels at blog.feedspot.com/chronic_illness_YouTube_channels. youtube.com/channels/UCZOKVOJ2JGK6N-2VOF858RW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UXEK87IHKP23IRVUTPPV8A/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC-TZ1Do69PHCBKC3-9_MGMW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC1CG-RMG New York-O0JEKJZ438A/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC33MJJJGF Wayne 6PMDXOA-GQ/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCW6SYSBNs 9MXLJPGQWNTRYW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCKCJZ0VBTPRQWQBTDZJN_IW/videos. youtube.com/user/EV:11/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC1RN_G-9X8OPRA828APFA/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC-CLAWJDHW5JE06DGL_VOCDW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCRAGI8LOGTXAOL1TCO8BGW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCI351VCCE6CKH-Buell-GLCQ/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC1UEUIDELFKTBXXRXGMF0OA/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCMRJ6ILIME5G2HNRAXRWPEQ/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC-UX6NA692VQXNF2LPCZ3G/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCL3V7R3ZBus-ZKQHGBSRDCG/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCONCTRQUD5P0MIT1DG1GFTS/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCI-5X2FJI6ZEPPTVCDHMW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCORI6FOUUDQV79VMWYFQ/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC0-LNMADKSU3EZAWGQG5OW/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC-B5QL9BDMNGGPRMGLXJG/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCCG-FUMAUS_RJQTQ-XN7SQ5A/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC0-ROChem_8BJK0QOQ13XYOEBG/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCXUIBLXZOUNCU6NDFZ6PXWKQ/videos. youtube.com/user/Kevin W. Reese/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCCTS-JOXJWHKC6ADKXOHWATG/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCY-Do9ZTZAGDXBDDKFQFBGMQ/videos. youtube.com/channels/UC70IARRW9ZDZT3P2MyHW/videos. youtube.com/user/LiveHopeLupus/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCTKY1IBHACKKZZKR9GB_LHS/videos. youtube.com/channels/UCPBESMG5H4RHPAI1B_TDSCQ/videos. youtube.com/user/amemir/smd/videos. youtube.com/channel/uczybswueasudvk-4euuo0sa/videos. youtube.com/channel/uc7vj New York Yao phlu@_here_joe_rq/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucw89go0ac0hk3922bn7ve8g/videos. youtube.com/user/lorisnaturallife/videos. youtube.com/user/drhermanreports/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucsmv_qgxyv33k9g4allo0ejw/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucxaoevmoi7re1kqzcbfiyg/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucm2r5kp4eolgovjt12837w/videos. youtube.com/channel/uckxzero-dqweugdafzcz2yejuq/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucx3ccaadb1wthdw0hx5cxw/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucmozrwetzazakfzm_npdpa/videos. youtube.com/watch?v=6hexx7vzw. youtube.com/watch?v=je4k2c-mxg. youtube.com/watch?v=g7sq_5vneos. youtube.com/watch?v=fbs9nxfcbpi. youtube.com/watch?v=q9ujdexfoio. youtube.com/watch?v=u7ghcri_gt8. youtube.com/watch?v=njrtvk-accessde. youtube.com/watch?v=7krfrlock-tq. youtube.com/watch?v=6pmvwn-high-cra. youtube.com/watch?v=r4xdmdk0tl0. Some chronic illness websites and articles at feedspot.com/news/chronic_illness. Chronic illness news, Science Daily. ScienceDaily.com. Pain Resource, Chronic Pain Management. PainResource.com. Brainless Blogger. BrainlessBlogger.net. Chronic Illness Advice. Lapushik.com. A Chronic Voice Articulating Lifelong Illness. achronicvoice.com. Chronic Illness, Reddit. ReadyT.com. The Health Sessions, in-depth advice on coping with chronic illness. TheHealthSessions.com. The Disabled Divas Blog. TheDisabledDivaBlog.com. Chronic Fatigue Syndrome/ME and Fibromyalgia. HealthRising.org. Care Clinic. CareClinic.io. Uncomfortable Revolution. urevolution.com. Looking for the Light. Lukenfurthelite.blog. Lights Camera Crohn's. lightscameracrohns.com. Chronically Content. chronicallycontent.com. Sunshine and Spoons. sunshineandspoons.com. Hydraware. hidareware.com. Backpain Blog UK. backpainbloguk.com. Pamela Jesson, There is Always Hope. pamelajesson.com. Living with Superficial Sideroses. livingwithhss.com. Infusion Express. infusionexpress.com. Some UK chronic illness websites and articles at feedspot.com/news/UK_chronic_illness. Backpain Blog UK. backpainbloguk.com. Notebooks and Glasses, Chronic Pain Blog. notebooksandglasses.com. me/CFS Self-Help Guru. mechfsselfhelpguru.com. Chapter 5. A Chronic Illness Resource Guide. Chronic Care Websites. alz.org/join_the_cause_chronic_care.asp, assistedlivingguide.com, cachronicCare.com, edinalt.com, The Eden Alternative, careguidelines.com, chcs.org, Center for Healthcare Strategies, plan to improve the efficiency and delivery of chronic care. chroniccare.org.lb, cfits-self-help.org/library/chapter-1-the-chronic-fatigue-syndrome-fibromyalgia. chroniccare.org, the Disease Management Resource Center. cmeweb.com, chronic-ca-reconnection.com, ahrq.gov/populations/cron9.hdm, chronic care subdirectory page. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/chronic_care, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/chronic_pain_care_center, the Rehabilitation Institute of Chicago. hhs.gov/healthit/ahec/chronic care. improvingchronicCare.org, itaa.org/iscc/docs/chan-icare.pdf. Well Spouse Foundation, 610 Lexington Avenue, number 814, NYC 10022-6005, 800-838-0879. wellspouse.org, advocacy for long-term care, support for people with chronically ill relatives. canada.ca/en/public-health/services/chronic-diseases/cancer.html, a big website, free mini ebook. They explain all the conventional stuff here. Chronic illness resources. Block Cancer Foundation, 4410 Main, Kansas City, Missouri 64111, 800-433-0464, 816-932-8453. blockcancer.org will help newly diagnosed cancer patients with information and volunteers for support. campgooddays.org, 800-624-2135. Cancer Care, 275 7th Avenue, NYC 10001, 800-813-HOPE, 212-221-3300. info@cancercare.org. cancercare.org, major non-profit helping organization. Free resource booklet, Helping Hands, the resource guide for people with cancer, which has an extensive list of local cancer centers. Services, counseling, offices in some northeastern cities. Cancer Hope Network, 2 North Road, Chester, New Jersey 07930. 877 HopeNet. info@cancerhopenetwork.org. cancerhopenetwork.org. Help for people in treatment. Chai Lifeline/Camp Simha, 48 West 25th St. 6th FL/ NYC 10010, 800-343-2527, 212-255-1160. Fax, 212-255-1495. Jewish Helping Organization and Summer Camp for Kids with Cancer. E. Salin Institute, 55,000 Highway 1, Big Sur, California 93920-9616. 831-667-3010. Fax, 831-667-3069. esalin.org. Exceptional Cancer Patients/ECAP. 53 School Ground Road, Number 3, Branford, Connecticut 06405. 203-315-3321. 203-865-8392. ecap-online.org. Support Group. expeditioninspiration.org. 208-726-6456. Retreat for Cancer Survivors. Green Gulch Farm Zen Center. Sausalito, CA. 415-383-3134. sfzc.com. Insight Meditation Society. Bar, Ma. 978-355-4378. Dharma.org. National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship. 1010 Wayne Avenue. Number 300. Silver Spring, Maryland 20910. 888 Yes NCCS. 877-622-7937. 301-650-8868. Fax, 301-565-9670. info@cansearch.org. Cansearch.org. Information and emotional support. Omega Institute of Holistic Studies. Rhinebeck, New York. 800-944-1001. omega-inst.org. Spafinders.com. 800 All Spas. The Raj. Fairfield, IA. 800-248-9050. Therajay.com. Wellness Community. 2716 Ocean Park Boulevard. Number 1040. SM California 90405. 888-793 Well. 310-314-2555. Wellness National at fuse.net. Cancer.wellnesscommunity.org. Many free support and educational centers in America. Well Spouse Foundation. 610 Lexington Avenue. Number 208. NYC 10022. 800-838-0879. wellspouse@aol.com. wellspouse.org. Support group for relatives of cancer patients or other disabled people.